All right, let's get right into it. We're going to take your basic HTML from zero to hero and give your web pages that instant visual upgrade they've been begging for.
You know that feeling, right? You build a simple web page, you open it up, and you're like, okay, it works. You've got that classic black text, white background, everything's just kind of there. It's the default, and let's be honest, it's pretty boring. But what if I told you the power to completely change that is already baked right into the HTML you're writing?
Let me introduce you to your new best friend, the HTML style attribute. Seriously, think of it like a built-in design kit that comes with every single HTML element, your headings, your paragraphs, you name it. It's the most direct way you can start telling the browser, hey, don't just show this text, show it like this. And the best part? The syntax is so simple. This one little pattern is the key to everything we're about to do. You just grab your tag, add the word style, and then inside the quotes, you tell it two things. The property you want to change, say color, and the value you want to give it, like blue. That's literally it. Let's actually put this to work.
Okay, first things first, let's add some color. This is probably the most dramatic, most satisfying first step you can take. We're about to go from bland to brilliant with just a single line of code.
So let's start with the background. The property is, you guessed it, background color. We're just going to slot it right inside a paragraph tag. Now here, we're using a simple name, powder blue, which is super easy. But you could use something like a hex code if you wanted to get really specific with millions of color options. Just this one tiny addition, and boom, that element pops right off the page.
I mean, look at that difference. On the left, you've got your standard, plain white. But on the right, with just that one little line of code, the paragraph has its own space, its own vibe. It's a massive change for almost zero effort. You gotta love that.
Okay, so what about the text itself? For that, we use the color property. And hey, here's a quick tip. It's just color, not text color. That's a super common mistake when you're starting out. So by adding style equals color blue to our heading, we're instantly making it stand out, giving it way more visual weight.
And again, just look at that contrast. It's that same simple pattern we talked about. Style equals property value. By changing that one little thing, we've turned a default, boring heading into a real, intentional design choice. All right, so color is a fantastic start. But great styling isn't just about splashing some paint around, right? So let's level up and take control of the actual shape and structure of our text. We're talking fonts, size, and alignment.
Want to change the entire mood of your page in one move? Change the font. The property for this is font family. Here, we're using Courier, which is a monospace font, gives it that cool retro typewriter feel. Or you could go for a cleaner look with something like Verdana. This one property has a huge impact on the whole personality of the page.
Next up, let's make things pop. The font size property is your go-to for creating a visual hierarchy. You want a headline to really shout from the page? You can use percentages, like we're doing here with 300%, or you can get super specific with pixel values. Making that heading way bigger immediately tells the user's eye where to look first.
And, the effect is just undeniable. A bigger font is basically screaming, hey, look at me first. It's such a fundamental tool for guiding your readers through the page, and like everything else we've seen, it's unbelievably easy to do. And finally, for this section, let's get things organized. You know how everything just sits on the left by default? Well, the text-align property puts you in charge of that. Here, we're setting it to center, which is just perfect for headings. But you could also use right or even justify to completely change up the layout.
And you can just see it, right? That simple change makes the whole layout feel more deliberate, more professional. Just by moving from that default left align to a centered heading, the page suddenly has a sense of balance and real design.
So, let's take a breath. In just a few minutes, you've gone from a totally plain document to a page that actually has some style. Let's do a quick recap of the awesome new design tools you now have in your back pocket.
Just think about this new toolkit. You can use background color and color together to create contrast. You can pick a font family to set the entire mood, and then you can use font size and text align to create a path for the reader's eye to follow. This is a fantastic foundation for styling pretty much anything.
And that's really the main takeaway here. With just that one little style attribute, you now have the fundamental power to visually transform any single element on your page. You can take control. You can start making real design decisions, like right now.
But this brings up a pretty big question, doesn't it? Styling things one by one is awesome for a quick fix. But imagine trying to do this on a website with 100 pages. It would be a total nightmare.
So how do you design an entire website and keep the look and feel consistent everywhere without just copying and pasting styles over and over again? Well, that's a topic for our next explainer.